Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and another episode here on Alma, Missouri. So we are in October 3 now, guys, and we're getting that lime spread on the field as promised. Nearly done. Pretty much just got back to the field with the second load of lime. We did have to top off after the first headland pass. Fingers crossed this'll last us the rest of the field. It should. I mean, we should be done after this pass, but I never want to say never. Sometimes you get right to the end, you have like 5 feet to go, and you run out of seed or fertilizer or whatever. It's just the worst. I'm sure we've all been there. I've been there more than I like to admit. I always am cautious in my totals, but yeah, we're definitely going to have plenty left. Bobby is out in the field that we finished harvesting in the last episode, the last soybean field. He is drilling the wheat in there. And there we go. That should be it for lime spreading for the year. Let's make sure first. Don't want to make another mistake like we did last time. Let's pull up our precision farming data. pH. So it looks like our new cornfield, or our old alfalfa field, I guess, could use some. Maybe we could spread a little bit on that after we're done doing corn. Or this alfalfa field could use some, but honestly the rest of the fields are looking pretty decent for now, so we should not be needing to spread much. This is the drilled wheat field, the one that we left bales in, and you can see a full stack of bales there that we need to actually move because Bobby just pushed this load off the side of the field just to get it off so we could get in here and drill. About noon is coming up soon. Honestly, we could probably get out before noon because it is corn. Moisture doesn't affect us nearly as much. We don't really need to shoot for that noon o'clock time. We'll get back to the field. I'm gonna get in the combine. Bobby is likely going to be at it drilling here this morning for a bit. There he is. Still working headlands. He got a later start than us because he had to fill seed and get some maintenance done on the drill. There was some lines that were getting clogged with seed yesterday apparently for him, so kind of had to do some work on that this morning. So he's got a later start, but Bill and myself will get going. We might have Bill run grain cart, or maybe he might even be in the combine for a bit. I don't know, but maybe we won't even use the grain cart. I'll talk to Bill and see what he's up to, but he should be here and we'll get to shelling some corn. Alright, so Bill and I talked a little bit and we figured since we're not going to have Bobby, we are going to just take this corn off here next to the house so we can kind of get an idea of how things are going to go with the dryer, and we can just really focus on that instead of, yeah, I don't know, being closer to the house or the farm. And I mean, we're literally right here. We can kind of keep an eye on the dryer and stuff, make sure everything's going well, because this is our first year using a dryer on this farm, so definitely be nice to have everything run smoothly. So that's kind of the plan. We're just shelling this corn here to start. Usually we start farthest from the farm, we work back towards the home farm. It's usually what we do, but we'll probably just do this field and then we'll move all the way down to that far east field down the gravel road here. One we bought 2 years ago. Yields are not super. 182 bushel. Getting into the 200s now at least. It's kind of hovering between 180 to 200. So it's not the best corn that we've had, but it's nothing to complain about yet, at least. It might just be the soil on this field that's kind of knocking it down a bit, but so we pull up the yield monitor. Yeah, it's pretty similar. Now we get into this good soil here. We bump it up to 233 bushel corn. So not terrible. And as you might be able to see, we have changed the harvest texture. And did we do that last year? I think we did do that already last year, didn't we? I don't know. We must have not, because my plan was to send the texture, like the path, the XML path, back to the base game corn textures for like planted texture and like while it's growing and stuff. Because as you can see, it's like super patchy. I'd like to have some nice full stalks, nice full looking field. I'm just gonna dump right now. So that's I'm still working on it apparently. I swear I know what I'm doing most of the time. Some of the time. Really not a ton of the time, you know. But with this kind of stuff, I'm pretty savvy at it. We squeeze through here. I was gonna back up, but I think we can squeeze through there. Bring the head back on. May as well throw the pipe back in too. Get into it. I did space the corn out though. As you can see, there's 30-inch rows now. They're not super narrow. If we go direct east and west here, we should be able to actually line up our snoot there. Just follow it along. Obviously headlands, it's a different story. Tough to do headlands with corn. It's definitely a, what am I trying to say? You gotta be focused. You gotta be really focused when you're doing that. Because a lot of the times you can't really see a ton through all these tall corn stalks. When you're doing hedgerows, you got trees and all that junk to watch out for as well. But especially when we actually have rows that fit. Not 15-inch rows. I'm still curious why the map creator Salabuki decided to add or make the spacing the way it is. It's kind of weird to me, but maybe that's what he's used to, because Salabuki, even though he makes American maps, he's not American, so maybe he just didn't know, I don't know, or care, and he wanted it to be 15-inch rows, so up to the mappers and modders' discretion, and we live with it, so, and that's okay. Alright, so we are running our first cut-in small field, so we only did 2 headlands. I am going to set my GPS line here. Should have just set it. We go that and turn on. Didn't exactly go where I wanted it to. Feel like it's going to space our rows off a bit. I'm not like super thrilled about. Probably should have done one more headland, but I think we should be able to turn enough. Yeah, because now it has it spaced where we're snoot is going right into the corn stalk. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, we should have went one more headland. Maybe we'll end up taking one more off. Yeah, I think I like that a little bit better. Seems to be a little bit more accurate. So yeah, I think the lower yields is just due to soil type here in this field. The new area though, where we just or where we plotted in, really good soil right there. Really nice soil, so happy about that. At least the ground that we dug into is doing well. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit of an addition to the field. We won't fill both of those wagons up from this field. I'd have a hard time believing that that's going to be the case, just because those wagons do hold a lot of bushels. And this field is not huge. Would absolutely love to pick this field up though. This winter, oof, that'd be really nice. We'd add a lot of acres to our farm. That's a dream that I'm not sure that we're going to be able to fulfill, because it's an expensive field. There's a few big fields around us that would be lovely to buy, but I think we're still in the phase where we need to stick to the smaller fields, and after a while the smaller fields will start to add up enough to where we'll be able to afford some stuff. I'm hoping to keep equipment costs down this year. Like I said, we're going to keep our combine, hopefully. We are going to have to buy a new planter. This bale wrapper is really calling my name. That would be nice to have. It just makes our feed, if we wrap our bales instead of giving grass for base food, it gives more base food. So that would be really nice. You guys think we can make it all the way back down? I'm not sure. What's this guy doing? Just cutting one headland. Screwing everything up. There are 2 headlands. Yeah, we're not going to make it back. Should have dumped when we were at 70%. Efficiency goes out the window. We pick up a big field like that, and we keep the equipment we have. We're going to have to be efficient. Picking up a big field like that is big time for our operation and the equipment we have. But it'd be a fun challenge going into the next year. I'm going to get this dumped. We're going to keep shelling. We'll probably catch up with you guys once we get something going with the corn drying system. Alrighty, so last little bit here of corn on this field. Might as well grab this little stalk here, clean it up a bit. There we go. We'll get dumped into the wagons, and then we'll pull those wagons around, get it dumped into the wet bin, and we'll see what transferring from the wet bin into the dryer looks like. Should be pretty straightforward. It worked pretty good in my tests, but we'll have to see. It is farm sim. Things don't always go the way you want them to. We will definitely be giving that a try. We'll see how easy it is to fill the auger or dump into the auger from this way. See if it's going to be pretty tight. Got a lot of stuff in the way. Usually with duals, it's a little bit difficult to get there. There we go. We got the very edge of the auger. So we are dumping. Oh, we didn't. Realism. Where's the open cover? Gotta open the cover. Alrighty, that one's done. And the second one. We might run into these bales here. Might have to take a right into the field to dump the rest. So actually it might end up being a good thing that we took the corn off. Give us a little bit more room to navigate. We need to sell these Parker wagons because we haven't even used them once this year. These big wagons, 655s, are just massive. They hold all the grain and corn and whatever that you'd need. Alright, so now we're gonna hop in here, turn that on. We're going to take the corn, so this was my concern. You have to be at a certain spot, right, to fill it with corn. Oh boy, this could take a bit. We're going to fill the auger with corn. Then we have to raise it. And then it dumps in. But then we have to drop it back down to fill it. Oh no. This could be a process. There's a sweet spot? Just trying to find a sweet spot. Come on. See, as soon as we're out of that range, like literally as soon as we're out of that range, it stops letting us dump. Shoot. So that's going to be a process to move the corn, because it's only taken like 100 liters at a time. We're at 36,000. Let's see what we're at after. What was it? 36,691. It's taking 1,000 liters at a time. Oh boy. So after we fill that, it holds 35,000 liters. Is this active? Activate. We want it to be running so we're not getting behind. And it processes pretty slow. It does. It processes pretty slow. So this is why corn harvest could take a while. Because now we're going to be challenged with this. I don't know if I want to change this setup yet there this year. We'll see how it goes throughout the day or throughout the episode. We're getting slowed down too much to where it's a possible detriment to our operation. We might end up just dumping right into the dryer and using this more as an overflow bin. And once this is dry, Yeah, that might be what we do. But we'll try it how it is right now. I'll mess with this a little bit off camera. And then we'll get back to you guys. Hopefully not too long from now. Once we get the dryer filled, then we can go start shelling some more corn. So it is, what, nearly 2 hours now later? Yeah, it took a while to transfer that corn from the wet bin to the dryer. Bobby is completely done planting or drilling the wheat in that field, so he is actually on his way up here with the grain cart. Then once we get around probably to a certain point, we'll have him jump in the combine, we will run the grain cart, and we'll have Bill run wagons as always back to the farm. Bill should be able to make multiple trips here this evening as we try to finish this field. Hopefully we can finish this field. Like I said before, the dryer might actually hold us up, because during that time we have, where's the production screen? It's really only gone down 5,000 liters. So, I mean, we had it as full as it could get. So, during 2 hours, it's gone down 5,000 liters. We're going to be continually dumping grain into that wet bin. Corn, not grain. I don't know why I'm getting those words mixed up lately. That wet bin only holds about 76,000 liters, I want to say, I think is what it is. So that'll go pretty quick. It looks like Bobby's right there. Everybody always gets hung up on that. What is he doing on that bridge? Oh boy, what is this guy doing? What are you doing there, fella? Driving through the neighbor's field? What the heck? Turns out he was just that eagle-eyed of a guy that he jumped in behind. Turned around here, jumped in behind instead of going all the way around our field. Not sure why he decided to go in the neighbor's field, not just take the road, but you know, kids. Alrighty, so right before we started dumping, I took this another headland pass around, made it just about there to the corner. Bobby was still sitting here. And just before we decided to dump, we switched, so Bobby is now running the old combine, and we are back in the grain cart, making sure things are moving efficiently, managing the operation, while Bobby does nothing but focus on making sure he's doing a good job shelling corn. And that is a-okay with me. Hopefully he doesn't cut that corner too tight. Attaboy, Bobby. That's what I'm talking about. Probably get Bill. Oh, what's going on now? Well, I'm gonna go talk to him, see what's going on. We'll cut back here with you here in a second. Alrighty, everything was going good. He just had a few questions for me. So, let's swing around here. Bill got himself swung into the field. We're gonna get dumping. Kind of an interesting spot for him, but he told him to park right in front of the field entrance, and I guess this is how he took it. And then we're gonna need to go catch Bobby quick. Luckily, this grain cart empties extremely fast. For an old grain cart, it doesn't waste any time. One more full load and he'll be ready to rock and roll. Up through the ditch, shallow ditch there. Nothing that the old 2-track can't handle. We'll wait for him to get swung around and we'll catch him and dump here on this headland. We are in here riding with Bobby right now as he does his first few passes. We are having him do some lands style harvesting here so we can get the grain cart in there once we start getting going on these longer passes. But the first few, I am kind of taking over, helping him out a bit, because this is his first time running this combine in corn. Been a bit of a learning curve for him, but he seems to be doing good, so we're going to keep at this. He's going to start making his next cut in. Yeah, we'll probably catch you guys towards the end of the field. It is 5 o'clock now, so it is going to start getting real dark around 6. I might check in one last time before we start going again, and I'm hoping that we finish this field in the dark, and we'll see you guys, if I don't check in again, we'll see you guys tomorrow, either right back here in this field or in the next field. Alrighty, so it is 6:40 nearly now. We're just swinging around to catch Bobby and dump, but I did just want to check in one last time. We should be able to get the rest of the corn off this field. Bill I did just talk to him. He did get dumped and he is on his way back now. So we are gonna just get Bobby dumped here. Maybe swing over a bit. Go. And we're gonna call it a day for the video recording. Got lots of lights going, so plenty to see. You know, it is starting to get quite dark. But it's going. Things are going smooth so far. At least on my end. Bobby's been pretty quiet. He's really focusing on his job here. Today, like I said, it is his first field in the combines. He's getting her done. Everything's going smooth. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow. The dryer is starting to get close to empty. We will make sure we fill it back up before the night ends. And then we'll probably do the same in the morning. Morning, everybody. Welcome back to November, or welcome to November 1. I guess not welcome back because you haven't been here yet, but the dryer is still running from last night. Probably need to shut it down actually, because we need to move some corn. So as you can see, the incoming materials is more than the outgoing materials because you do lose a little bit when you dry it, which is okay. That's very realistic. But we were done harvesting by about 8:30, and we didn't finish moving corn until about 11 o'clock. The last load from that field filled the wet bin, so then we had to move the dry corn out into the dry corn bin. So we should be able to see that we have about 33,000 or so, 36,000 liters of dry. That took a while to move the dry corn to the dry bin, and then we filled the dryer up again, so that took a while. And now this morning, before we get going, we need to move dry corn into the dry bin once again. I think our plan for the day is, though, once we get the dry corn out and into the dry bin, we are going to move this auger and just dump straight into the dryer until we get that full. And then we'll move the auger back and start filling the wet bin again. The wet bin's at about 56,000, so we only have about 20,000 liters of corn that we can put into here, which makes me start to think maybe we should fill the dryer with the wet corn so then it can be running while we're going. That only allows us about 50,000 liters to harvest today, which isn't a ton. So we're gonna have to think about that a little bit more, but this morning's task is another monotonous one. We gotta fill this auger. It's pretty much the same process, 1,000 liters at a time, except this one's even more touchy. So that's why it takes so long. And that's also why I kind of want to just fill the dryer so we don't have to go through this process of getting the wet corn into here. That just takes a long time. So I'm thinking that we're just gonna fill the dryer directly. But I'm gonna keep working at this. This is gonna take a while here this morning, which is okay. Well, part of it. I mean, it's gonna be a slow job. You know, it feels like we're really farming here. You know, we actually got to take time out of our day to move some corn, and it's kind of fun. I mean, it is very, very tedious, but that's all right. So once we get corn moved and stuff, and we get going again, we'll catch up with you guys. We'll talk to you soon. About an hour later now, we have transferred what we haven't done though. Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna say, we haven't turned the dryer on yet, but we didn't put anything in there yet, so we did transfer all of the dry corn into this bin here. What we're gonna do today is we are going to fill this auger, or we're going to fill the wet bin, and then we're going to move over to the dryer. That's all we're going to probably get done today. So we're going to, as you see now, we're throwing some lime down on this field so we don't forget to do this. Yeah, we'll just harvest whatever we can today. We'll fill up the wet bin, we'll fill up the dryer, and then we'll probably fill up the wagons, and then we'll continually dump from the wagons into the dryer or wet bin or whatever we decide to do after that initial process. And yeah, that's going to be it for harvesting today. So we'll see how long that takes. I doubt we'll be going all day, because we do. So we have, let me just stop real quick so I can explain this to you. We just finished this field. As you see, we left the combine down there. We'll just drive down there. We'll grab the combine and then we'll move it down here. But we have this field to do, and then we have this field to do. So that's going to be a lot more corn than we have space for at the moment. Luckily, we have a whole month to do those two fields, so I'm not too stressed out about it. Because we can also, in the meantime, when we aren't harvesting, we can start chisel plowing, which we definitely need to do. That, I think, though, is going to be it for the episode. I think we're going to end up doing a two-parter, obviously. Or I don't think so. We are going to end up doing a two-parter of corn harvest. I am going to go fill this spreader back up with lime uptown, and we'll get that field finished up. And then we'll get harvesting and probably do a little bit of chisel plowing. I have an idea of a second chisel plow that we might pick up. We're definitely going to focus on the corn ground, obviously, and that one bean field that we need to get chisel plowed as well. We'll finish the episode the way we started, spreading lime. If you're still here, hit that like button. If you enjoyed the content, hit that subscribe button. Helps the channel out tremendously and gives you a heads up when there's more content. Thank you so much to the YouTube channel members. We are over 105 YouTube channel members. That is insane. That is just insane. So thank you guys so much for that. What a blessing that is. The support that you guys give this channel and me is just unbelievable. I am incredibly grateful for that. With that being said, hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching, and we will catch you in the next video.